when should I be pre-aiming angles and when should I be using my crosshair to trace corners? This is something that a lot of new players have come to me to help them with over during my coaching sessions and things that I've seen in my YouTube comments. I really want to help you understand what my opinion is on this matter as a player that has 15,000 hours in this game, has made it to top 3 here in Face It North America, traveled internationally to play in Counter-Strike 2 tournaments, and just a lot of good stuff. So let's go ahead and dive into that, guys. The thing that you need to understand is obviously, one, what is pre-aiming? Pre-aiming is where I am looking into the wall and peeking out and holding, like, you know, literally pre-aiming. I'm looking at the angle that I'm going to be fighting, and I ignore everything else, right? I'm not sitting here and tracing my crosshair around to other places that people could be, like in this situation right here where I'm moving it constantly. I'm putting it in one spot and peeking with it. So these two different techniques are going to be extremely important to leverage with each other and understand when we should actually be utilizing one or the other. The thing is, a lot of players are doing it wrong and they're not understanding the situation that they should be doing it in. I see players that when they should be tracing the corners, they are pre-aiming. And when they should be pre-aiming, they are tracing the corners. So you're going to have to find out what extreme you are in with this, because everybody is going to be struggling with different problems with this. And it's up to you to really understand what you are failing out with these two aspects. Before I get into the specifics, I have to give you a message from the sponsor of today's video.
Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code, KOJO. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description.
All right, guys. So the way you want to think about pre-aiming angles is when you know somebody is there, right? Or you have a very good idea somebody is in that position. Say, for example, I was fighting the CT guy. I come tuck through here, and that is the only guy I want to kill. Of course, I want you to put your crosshair through the wall, come out here and peek him, right? And bonus points if you throw in like a little crouch or a directional movement. But that is the only angle I'm concerned about. I'm going to put my crosshair through the wall and do it. An example of that is like maybe I'll jump stairs here and I really want to fight somebody that might be in con. So what I'm doing is I'm looking through the wall and I'm peeking that con angle. And it makes sense because boom, that guy is going to be there and I want my crosshair to be in the exact spot as I'm peeking. I don't want to clear the off angles. I don't want to worry about all these different things. I'm making my life extremely easy. So all I have to do is press mouse 1, click, and shoot. Now, what I see players doing so bad though, is they start getting into this habit of thinking they are doing that, and they totally forget about all the other angles they're exposing themselves to. So like they're entering into B here, and the B player could be anywhere, and what they do is they put their crosshair into the wall because they want to pre-aim like bench, and they swing the entire site like this. You see why that's bad? Because there could be people in all these different angles. So what you could do is actually break this down and one, either trace your crosshair around here, jiggle things out, do all these different things, and then get ready to peek. Or you can involve multiple preamps. Boom. I'm crouching and I'm pre-aiming this position. I'm coming through here and, you know, maybe this pillar. I'm crouching and clearing that. I'm doing the same thing on that pillar site. And then boom, I'm coming in here and breaking it down into multiple steps. So stop forgetting to break it down and clear out these different angles that people could be in when you don't know they're going to be there. That's the easiest way to think about it, is you don't even have to trace. You don't have to do anything. You just pre-aim multiple different common angles. You sit here and do that. Now, that is only going to get you far enough, right? That's only going to get you to a certain point. You're going to have to understand this skill that is going to change the way you actually play the game as a low-level player. When I am coming through into a site, say I'm lurking and I'm walking, right? I am walking. I am almost never pre-aiming a position. When I am holding that shift button, I am constantly tracing corners because I do not have enough momentum anyways to pre-aim the angle. If I am fighting catwalk, me walking in like this, it is just so pointless. My velocity is so slow that if somebody is there, they are going to see me for 5 business days before we take that fight. Now, the exception is like, you know, say you're in a 2v2, your teammate is like fighting them on B site, right? Your teammate is fighting on B site. He's like, yo, the last two guys are cat. And you're walking out on A and you come through here. Of course, you could just sit here and pre-aim it while you're walking, I guess. At that point, why even walk it? But I understand that, like, if you know where the last guys are, of course, again, you don't have to sit here and go, oh, the last two guys are cat, let me trace all my corners and then go, no, just pre-aim it, right? So don't take everything at face value. Don't take everything literally. There's caveats, there's exceptions for everything, right? But this is the rule. When we are shifting, we're not pre-aiming. We are tracing that corner tightly, and it also helps us understand that if somebody is in an off angle, we're never getting caught off guard. If someone's playing here, doesn't matter. We're coming out here and we're actually clearing all those. And it's why also you'll see players like Donk really good at doing this. He's so naturally talented at just constantly keeping his crosshair right around the different walls he's fighting in the angles, right? He's constantly running around, and it gets so like robotic and so smooth. I guess that doesn't go hand in hand, but it's so smooth that he almost looks like a robot though when he gets the kills, because his crosshair is always just in a good position, right? So take underpass here for example. If I'm clearing this is a time where I will be running and moving my crosshair around the wall. I'm not actually pre-aiming anything until I get to maybe this point, and then I'm moving my crosshair up. But do you see, I'm not sitting here and going, oh, I need to pre-aim that angle, because you never know. Someone could be here, someone could be here, someone could be playing all these positions. So naturally move your crosshair around the wall so that when you're peeking, it's a smooth movement, and if someone is in this position, you can kill them. So I hope that makes sense with the difference as to how you should be fighting these angles. Again, I'm going to reiterate, you're fighting someone top mid, keep your crosshair there. But if you're worried about them potentially being cat or something, maybe peek out like this and then jiggle, always be jiggling, right? When you're pre-aiming, great skill to have, because you're going to allow yourself to not get caught out as much, right? You might go for this hard peek in middle, but really there's somebody cat. But if you had done a few jiggles before, it makes your life a lot easier. AD, and then I'm crouching on the big angle, and trying to get right back out. Boom. So, it gets very complicated, and there's caveats to everything. But essentially, the biggest thing that I want you guys to take away from this video is, like, if we are shifting, we're not pre-aiming. We're not coming through here as a B-lurk and looking into the wall and peeking market like this. Unless we hear info or know for some reason he is there, then of course. But we're coming out here and we're just thinking about all the angles we could be peeked from, right? We're coming out here from all the different angles we could be peeked from, all the big ones, all the common ones, and we're kind of just like searching. We're searching, right? And then when things go down, when we have to start running on the site, of course, then we're kind of like pre-aiming through walls and getting a little bit looser with how we're doing things. It's very complicated. It's something you're going to spend thousands of hours working on, and it is really hard to actually like understand, because again, there is so many different scenarios, so many different things that you have to worry about. But I do notice that a lot of players are doing it wrong, and the biggest mistake I do see, like I mentioned earlier, is people just look into the walls as they're running to different angles. Why? Literally move your crosshair just a little bit more, and it's perfect the way you're kind of running around peeking things, right? Stop looking into those walls as you're drifting around, because you look like a newer player, honestly. And like, it's a big sign, it's a big tell that someone is newer when I see that. So I appreciate all of you guys for watching this video. I really hope that you learn this type of concept and understand when you should be pre-aiming and when you should be actually tracing those corners, and it's something that will help you grow and become a better player. Stay tuned for the video tomorrow. I appreciate all of you guys. Hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you on the flip side. Peace out.